So they both lost.
Hoist Gracie won. He knocked out Ken Shamrock because it was followed by a knee after a groin kick. And so that's what happened. Hoist Gracie won. Now, I didn't even mention this last week. I didn't even mention this fight because it had no place in the podcast. So the only reason that it has place here now is because Dada 5000 almost died in the cage. After a shitty 3-round loss to Kimbo Slice, Dada 5000 heart came to an abrupt stoppage. The ref was stopping the heart. Calling it in the hospital, but he got back up, and Dada 5000 is doing well from what I understand. Last time I heard about it, he was resuscitated, brought back to life, but he did almost die in the cage, which would have been a tragic thing to happen in my sport. Nobody should ever die in that cage, because if somebody ever does, that'll be bad news brown for us being MMA fans. So Dada 5000's okay. He did get knocked out in the 3rd round by Kimbo Slice. And that'll be the last time hopefully the last time I ever talk about Kimbo Slice on this podcast.
Yeah.
Melvin Gillard got knocked out in a very emotional fight. He was fighting for Kevin Randleman, as I said last week. R.I.P. Kevin Randleman. Thoughts go out to you and your fan bam. And that's all I have to say about Bellator for last week. Bellator this week, Czech Congo versus... well, actually, I'm not even going to talk about it. Czech Congo is going to be on Bellator. Kendall Grove is going to be on Bellator. David Rickles is going to be on Bellator. And I don't care about who they're fighting. Those are just the names for Bellator in the for this Friday. UFC Fight Night is on Saturday, and this will be the UFC Fight Night. Since there is a UFC this week, the Brian Kendall shit picks go for week 2. All right, man. So we got to remember. I'm not gonna mark it down. I got to play it back and listen to who you pick versus who I pick.
From what it sounded like, though, I'm like 2 and 5. I got 2 right and like 5 wrong.
No, sir. You only got 1 right against me. I'm keeping score. Okay. We're gonna have a running tally at the end. Right now, you got 1. I got 3. Right. Technically, you did win 3
fights.
3 fights of the 6 that we picked last week. I'm going to try and keep it on the main card, but since this is a Fight Pass card, I just picked the 5 best fights out of the Fight Pass card. Because there's no particular order for this thing. There is no main card or whatever.
That sounds legit.
So, I just picked the top 5 fights, in my opinion, that are going to be on the Fight Pass fights for UFC Fight Night. Okay, so our first pick will be Stormin Norman Park against Rustam Khabilov. Rustam Khabilov, he's a pretty good fighter. He's a Russian fighter. I don't know why I'm giving you any information because I want you to lose, but Khabilov's pretty good. Stormin Norman, he's a...
well, he's got Norman Reedus, his name. We'll go with him.
Okay. You're going to pick Stormin Norman. I'll take Rustam Khabilov. Francisco Rivera versus Brad Pickett.
That's really close to Brad Pitt, so I go with him.
All right, I'm going to go with you on that one just because I like Brad Pickett. All right, so we're going to go together on Brad Pickett, so that fight pretty much gets ixnayed. Stormin Norman. Should I count the fights that you did on that one? So you would have a few more and I would have a few more, so it'd be like...
Yeah, every fight you record, we should at least tally.
All right, sounds good. So Brad Pickett, we both picked Brad Pickett, but I guess we'll make it count, so whatever's clever. So that means you got 3 and I got 5 on last week.
Well, yeah, that's all right. I guess I'm still 2 behind. It don't matter.
No matter how it cut, no matter how you cut it. At least you picked some right. But we're trying to have them the shit picks, and it looks a lot better when you have 1.
Well, yeah. Sounds better, too. All right, well, I'm down to 1 point still. Until somebody else wins. Might never happen.
But when you pick good picks like Brad Pickett, I don't know It's like I know why you're picking it. You're picking it because of what you said. But anyway, dude, we might have to save the wrestling part of our night till tomorrow. We're already killing it, bro. So
that's how you do it.
Tom Breeze versus Keita Nakamura.
Is that guy related to Drew of the Saints? Quarterback?
Tom Breeze?
Even if he's not, is it at least spelled the same?
No.
Well, then no, I don't pick him. Oh, it's spelled like Tyler Breeze. Figures. Or no, Tyler Breeze is spelled with a Z, huh?
I don't know, dude. So do you got Nakamura or Breeze?
Yeah, I got the Asian guy.
You got Nakamura? Alright, I'll take Breeze just because, whatever.
Because I got the Asian guy?
Yeah. Gegard Mousasi versus Talis Latis.
Did you say Gegard?
Gegard.
Gegard? Yeah, not him.
You got Talis Latis?
Yeah, I got Dallas.
Man, dude, I don't want to pick against Talis Latis, but I'll pick him. Fuck it. Gegard Mousasi. Alright, and welcome back. Anderson fucking Silva.
Now, I'll let you pick on this one because I know both these names. And I don't
versus Michael the Count Bisping.
Really have
Michael Bisping.
You pick him?
No, I got Anderson Silva.
All right, well, I'll get Bisping then. Sounds fair.
Sounds good? All right. We have a few more minutes left. Let's see what I could fill it up with without getting into the wrestling portion because we got to give everything its fair shake. Well, dude, what...
Oh, yeah, we were supposed to start this off with the fact that last week, I think we lost cool points when we didn't mention Dale Earnhardt at all.
Oh, snap. Yeah. Last week was the Daytona 500, and last week was we did a podcast on...
The anniversary
day of the...
wreck at Daytona 01 15 years ago, I believe.
Yeah, so we got to give that its due diligence. R.I.P. Dale Earnhardt. Dale Earnhardt Jr., one of my favorite NASCAR drivers. I don't know how he's doing because I rarely ever watch NASCAR.
He didn't win the main Daytona race, but the day before, he won that one. I think Denny Hamlin won the main one, and I think Earnhardt won the race the day before the Sprint Cup race.
I always just assume Kyle Busch wins.
No, it was Denny Hamlin, the 11 car.
If I listen to my dad, Kyle Busch wins every week.
Well, don't listen to your dad because Kyle Busch didn't win at all this last week.
Oh, well, there you go.
To start the season anyways.
So, yeah, Daytona 500 was last week. So, I guess we could talk about upcoming events also, like what's coming up this weekend. Any games, any hockey games that you could think of, basketball games going on this weekend?
Well,
anything we should watch sports-wise this weekend?
As a Sharks fan, I know my team lost yesterday. I didn't see it, but I heard the Spurs are still doing pretty hot against the Kings, and Rajon Rondo had something like 18 assists last night.
Rajon Rondo.
We're mid to late in the basketball and hockey seasons.
All right. When is the playoffs for basketball?
I think basketball and hockey both late April, or late March, early April, actually.
Is that right?
When they start. I don't know.
All right.
Everybody knows the Warriors, and then the Blackhawks will probably be up there, too.
And this is why we don't go freaking... I mean, why when you say we can cut it off at a half an hour, I don't even... There's still tons of stuff to talk about. Lucha Underground.
What? You said we could do that tomorrow. That goes in with the WWE and the entertainment.
WWE.
The sports entertainment process.
Yeah, I guess on the sports part of our podcast, we really shouldn't be talking WWE and the movies and things like that. But
it's the entertainment and the pleasure process. I mean,
but yeah, I guess we got to get through everything, and we got a lot of things that
if we're going to talk about sports in general too, like basketball and hockey. Baseball's coming up. Mid-spring training's right
wrestling,
around the corner.
So many things, dude. Fastlane, our picks for Fastlane, we kind of suck, dude.
Yeah, we really sucked. And
Fastlane was so predictable.
The ironic thing, not only was it so predictable, the ironic thing is James wanted to really hype up Brie Bella versus Charlotte. I think everybody was hoping Brie Bella would win, but that didn't happen from what I heard. And then after Fastlane, all I heard you talk about was the triple threat match.
The triple threat match, dude. First off, Ambrose should have won.
Oh, yeah, that's why he's going to face the Beast at WrestleMania.
Dude,
now.
why? How do you get hit so many times with the chair? Does the chair mean nothing now? I mean, that's how I felt. I know you can't hit in the head based on new things. Like, that's why in Raw, Roman Reigns got chopped in the neck instead of got bashed in the head with the thing.
The ring bell?
Yeah, there was...
Well, pedigreed head
finally,
first onto the
finally,
steel steps.
finally we see blood. Finally, dude.
Whether it's fake or not.
Bring back the blood, WWE. Get the hint.
Yeah, that episode of Raw really felt like they were trying to mix
If it's going to be like a movie time... Yeah, I was going to say that. We're saving that for tomorrow. But we are going to... I mean, I don't care. We can talk about it. Whatever.
Talk a little bit about it, but we got SmackDown to watch tonight, so we can SmackDown it, Lucha Underground it tomorrow.
SmackDown, we do got SmackDown to talk about.
We're not killing spoilers with Raw, and I mean, sure, anybody who's a fan's pretty much already seen it. It's Thursday.
Shane McMahon back, so much things, but I want to give it more time
to soak into everybody.
No, because right now, if we were to talk about it right now, we got less than 4 minutes to talk about it.
Yeah.
So
we're running low on time.
So if we talk about it right now, we're not going to give it its precious moments.
Very true.
So I mean, but yeah, dude, Shane McMahon's back. Yeah, how are they going to control the Undertaker? I mean, dude, there's so many things I want to talk about. Like I have, like I said, 5 pages of notes here, and we will give it its time and its place tomorrow. We got Lucha Underground to talk about. Monday Night Raw to talk about. More of Fastlane to talk about tomorrow. We have our movie of the week tomorrow, and we're just going to nerd out on everything tomorrow. You got your little Walking Dead segment.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for that. And that's coming up again soon, too.
At Brian Kendall on Facebook.
Brian with a Y.
BRYANCE. I'm sorry. KENDALL. At James Himley on Facebook. At Big111Red on Twitter. We're going to have our 2-minute warning here in about 30 seconds, and then we'll give them their time. Not many people died this week, but once again, Justin Bieber makes his fucking ugly face known on our fucking podcast.
Yeah, and our ears are bleeding, but we're kind of getting used to the song. I mean, both of them anyways, we have to listen to them at least once every week. That's 8 minutes of our life we're wasting.
For the foreseeable future. Hopefully you guys like the music choice. I think that I like that idea, giving a song 2 weeks, twice a week, giving it a chance like that.
You hear that, guys? We waste 8-9 minutes of our lives every week just to please you.
Shit, we waste way more than that.
Well, with Bieber alone.
2-minute warning.
With Bieber alone.
Shout outs, bro.
To all the friends and family, usual.
To all the friends and family, any celebrity shout outs?
I can't think of any off the top of my head right now. What about
Shout
you?
out Norman Reedus for being on something other than Walking Dead.
Well, yeah, and shout out to him for blasting the shit out of
Shush.
Negan's.
Save that for tomorrow.
That already happened in the mid-season premiere. Negan's crew, their little biker gang. Norman Reedus is badass. Just shout out in general. You're right.
Don't have an update on Bret Hart, but hopefully he's recovering well from anything and everything that he's got to go through. I think he's got to go through chemo and everything. Much like we've seen Sylvester Stallone have to do.
And Creed,
which is the movie of the week.
Talk more about that tomorrow.
Yep. Good movie. I don't know if it was better than Southpaw, but it was very good.
They're both about 3.5 stars, maybe 4.
Shout out to my mom, my dad, for supporting me and loving me and giving me the best childhood that they could give me, being that they were young parents and everything. Shout out to my brothers, Cody and Kyle. Love you guys. Shout out to Jake, Justin, Josh, Julio, Ben, everybody who listens to us every week.
Exactly, whether you're in the States or not. Shout
out to Neil.
All the friends and fam, both sides, whoever you are. Blood, law, family friend.
I don't know about the law. The law can kind of stay out of my pocket.
Well, the attorneys.
We love you guys. 3, 2.
See you tomorrow. Or
1.
here.